Good morning and happy Monday, friends. It's actually about 5 afternoon now. Today is going to be an alternate day fasting, so I won't have any food to show you today. And it's also a rest day, so I won't have any workouts to show you today. Today, the plan is to try to stay warm because the temperature has finally dropped, and I am making up a meal plan and will be doing that and doing a little bit of meal prepping. I'll also be working on some videos that I have coming up, and I have some news. My husband is wanting to try something new and is wanting to start working out together. So he has his workout routine that he's been doing consistently for over 10 years now, and we have our own home workout equipment that you may have seen in a previous video when I did a home workout. And I tend to like going to the gym to work out, getting out of the house. I think that might be pretty common with women, that being around the house can be a distraction. Think about how you feel if you're trying to work from home and you keep getting distracted by the kids and the laundry and the groceries and the dishes and all of that. So I've always liked going to the gym. So in order to do this, we might start, I might get him added onto my membership at the gym and he might start coming with me, or we might do a combination of home workouts and gym workouts. And he's also wanting to do the routine that I'm currently following. So that's going to be interesting. We have never worked out together before. We've worked out like in the same proximity as each other, but definitely not doing the same things. Anyways, that's going to be exciting. So I'm not sure how that's going to work with filming also, if I'm going to just keep filming what I'm doing or if I'm going to film him. I don't know how comfortable he would be with that. This week, I'm continuing on with alternate day fasting on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then still doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for the next at least 2 weeks. And what else? I think that is going to be it. So the next time that I see you, it will be Tuesday, and I'll be showing you either what I'm eating or my workout. Hey there, good morning and happy Halloween. It is Tuesday, October 31st. I broke my fast this morning with some carnivore chili and bacon bits as a cracker replacement. This time I followed the YouTube recipe verbatim, and my husband made a comment last night that there was a lot of fat on top. And I was like, skim it off if you want to. I'm gonna eat it all, even though my stomach sounds like there's a monster in there right now. It's appropriate for Halloween, so I'm good. I'll just tell the kids that I have a monster in my stomach. Anyways, I just wanted to hop on and say I am working out today, but I'm working out with my husband, and we're gonna be going at like 6:30 in the evening, so the gym's probably gonna be crowded. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna film anything tonight. It is a chest day. I do plan on doing my regular workout that I do, but there was something I wanted to talk about really quick. So there's a thing that I recently heard that I didn't know it was a thing, but I have it, and it's called hip dips. So I'm gonna show you what hip dips are. Okay, hip dips. So you have your hips, then you have a dip right here, and then you have like your thighs. And apparently that is a new like body insecurity that people might have, and I've been seeing videos on like how you can minimize it, how you can exercise it or whatever. And let me just give you a little lesson in anatomy. So your hips are made by your pelvis bone. You have your iliac crest here, which is the bony part that you feel. And then down here, you have another bony part on your upper thigh called your greater trochanter. So that is actually the widest part of your hips, not including the booty. But so this is the widest part. And in between, you don't really have much right here. There is a gap between your iliac crest and your greater trochanter, and there's not like a lot of muscle there. And I do have some fat on my hip bones, but I also have some fat here too. So doing workouts is not going to help this. This is a part of your anatomy. It's got that white there that you can't really, so that you can see it a little bit better there. So if there were muscles, like larger muscles right here, its purpose would be to lift your leg that way. And as you can see, your leg doesn't really lift much that way. So this is caused by the shape of your hip bones and your upper thigh bone, your femur, and it's just something that you're gonna have to love. It's like your nose or your boob size or your butt size. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. You can do surgery. There are surgeries, there are padded clothings that you can wear, but why not just embrace it and say that it's beautiful and it's part of the way I look. I do expect whenever I lose a little bit more fat tissue, it might get a little bit smaller, but even when I was in high school and I was kind of like normal sized, I still had that hip shape. So love the way your hips look. Don't obsess about things that you can't change. And what's more important is just your overall health and body composition and strength and self-confidence. So love the way your body looks. Hi there. I am about to eat another meal. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I am having the ground beef with about 2 tablespoons of butter and a lot of hot sauce in there, Frank's Red Hot Sauce, so pretty clean. It's boring, I know, but it is so good. Anyways, pretty soon my son's gonna be coming home from school and we're gonna be getting him ready for trick-or-treating and he's super excited about that. I've got my costume on. This is all I'm doing this year. I do like to get dressed up. I have gotten dressed up on occasion before, but we don't really have any events or anything that we're going to. But I will show a picture if I can find it of me and my husband dressing up one year for a couples costume themed party that we went to. That was really fun. So I really wish we had some more activities that we could go do that were fun like that. So I'm gonna eat this when my son gets home and settled and finishes with his homework and stuff. We'll go do some trick-or-treating, and then me and my husband are gonna be going to the gym together for a chest and tricep day, so I'm super excited about that. Maybe I'll see you later on today. Later on this evening, I did have a couple of lazy deviled eggs, and I did put chipotle aioli on them, which is not beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, but it was still really good. Good Wednesday morning to you. Last night I went to the gym with my husband and I think we had a pretty good time. He wanted to do the exact exercises that I'm doing, and it's funny because in between bench pressing and things like that, he'd have to like load on so much more weight and then we'd take it back off for me to do my exercises, and that was kind of funny. There was actually not as many people in the gym as I thought there would be at about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm not sure if that was because it was Halloween and maybe everyone's taking their kids trick-or-treating or had plans or was already planning on binging on candy, so why go to the gym? So I'm thinking that maybe when we go tonight, I might try to do some filming just so I have something to put in my weekly videos for my transformation challenge, especially since I'm not eating 3 days out of the week. Anyways, I am about to go and meet with a potential employer with a local hospital system. Now, I had already accepted a job, but I had been contacted before I accepted that job to interview for this job, and it took them a little bit of time to get back with me and want to meet with me in person with the physician and the practice manager. So I am meeting with them, and I've already kind of reconciled in my mind starting this one job that I've already planned on starting, but this second job would not require me to do any traveling and is local, and it's a major employer in this area, so I'm pretty confident in the benefits that are offered and things like that. So both jobs have their pros and cons. The one that I've already accepted has outstanding perks, I guess you can say. The pay is great for a nurse practitioner with my level of experience. And even though I am traveling, they have a lot of assistance to offset those costs, you know, paying for gas, paying for car maintenance, and things like that. But it's the whole traveling thing that I'm not crazy about. They also have AI technology that assists with documentation, which is if you work in healthcare or therapies, things like that, documentation is just the worst. It takes up so much more time and takes the emphasis off of patients. You know, you're staring at a computer screen, click, click, click with the boxes, and it just takes away from that experience of being able to help other people, because it's like the documentation is what's important, and that's not what's important. So I am gonna go talk with this potential employer today. I'm about 90% sure I'm going to stay with my original job selection unless they really have something to offer besides the whole not traveling thing. So today is a fasting day. I won't be showing you any food today, but hopefully I'll have some workout footage for you later. And then if I have any other information about the challenge or thoughts regarding health or fitness, I'll hop on and chat with you for a little bit.
So handsome, oh, you have your way, and it's making me weaken. You and your status, walking like that. It's really getting too much, but I can't pull back. Though I try to resist, I can't fight this. I'm going to take a moment and pop in my most recent progress photos. I've been liking to arrange them with a photo from 4 weeks ago from the day that I took the progress photo, and then my photo from the beginning as well, and it really helps to see the progress that I've made. I am still seeing differences in my photos from week to week, but they are very small and you have to really scrutinize the photo to find it. But I just like to see where I was in the beginning when I started and where I am now.
Good morning, happy Thursday. I am having my first meal of the day, breaking my fast, my alternate day fast. It's about 9:30 in the morning. For my first meal of the day, I'm having some carnivore chili. Of course, I've got my crispy bacon here, and then also some experimentation with making meat chips. So first, on the beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge, you're not supposed to use a lot of seasonings, heavy seasonings. This chili doesn't have a ton of seasonings in it, but I do use plenty of seasoning while I'm on beef, butter, bacon, and egg. The reason for that being I am not trying to improve or reverse any chronic conditions. My pure goal for eliminating bingeable foods, inflammatory foods, high carbohydrate foods that would spike my blood sugar and insulin, is purely for body recomposition, and that's it. People do this challenge to help improve some chronic illnesses, and for them, eliminating some seasonings would be appropriate, but that's just one of the few extra little things that I allow. The only thing I don't do is I don't add seasoning blends that have sugar in them. So on that, on the meat thins, I have been trying with my Anova precision oven to make these meat chips out of steakums, and the first time I got it, I accidentally did the temperature in Celsius instead of in Fahrenheit, and they cooked in like 15 minutes. So the second time I tried it, the steakums come like 2 slices and then a parchment paper, and then 2 slices and then a parchment paper. I was like, oh, I don't feel like separating all of these. I'm just gonna try the 2 slices, and they turned out like floppy, not crispy at all. So, and also they stuck to the pan. So the next time, I separated them all and did the parchment paper underneath so they wouldn't stick, had all of the settings correct, and again, they were still floppy, not crispy, a little chewy. So I just, so far out of all of the attempts, the best ones to turn out were the ones that I cooked at about 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. So I did that today. So this is one that I did with one single steakum, and they're very fragile. That if you're wanting some hearty dips, this isn't gonna really work for that. So, but you can see it's crispy. I think I just dropped some on the floor. Anyways, but I did have like a tiny bit of room, not for a whole slice, but I laid down a couple of the 2-layer ones. So this is 2 slices of steakums, and you can see that it actually kind of puffed up, and it's a little bit more substantial. Could maybe hold a dip or something. I put salt on them. They're tasty. So instead of doing the original recipe, which I've tried like 3 times without luck, but of course I always have to make my own little changes, like adding the parchment paper. I might just do this with 2 slices of steakums. They're salty and good. I don't know. I'm just not having very good luck on the dehydrator setting on that right now. Oh, also I did this at 350 degrees on the air fry setting for, it actually ended up being 17 minutes, but it probably could have been 15. So this is gonna be my breakfast. Today, I am going to the gym with my husband this evening. We have leg day, neither one of our favorites. It's gonna be fun. We're actually having a pretty I'm enjoying our time. It's kind of like a little date. And I mean, who doesn't want to be able to just openly leer at somebody working out in the gym? Because that's what I'm doing. I try to leer at my husband every chance that I get, and I highly recommend it. It's very fun. Not my husband, your own spouse. Anyways, I will see you again later when we're doing our workouts.
There you go again, looking so handsome. Oh, you have your way, and it's making me weaken. You and your stardust, walking like that. It's really getting too much, but I can't pull back. Though I try to resist, I can't fight this. And no one makes me feel like you do. And no one sets my body on fire. And no one gives me shivers like you. Oh, no one does it better. How I try to sleep, but you're deep in my mind.
So the farther up you put your feet, the more it does like your hamstrings and your glutes. The closer you go to you, the more it does your quads. And then what you can do at the very top is squeeze your legs out like that, and it'll really burn your ass. And then the most load is at the top of the movement, so you really want to make sure you get your hips up as high as you can. So that's like where most of the work is done.
Shivers like you. Oh, no one does it better.
Hey there, it is Friday evening right now, and I'm about to head into the grocery store to grab a couple of things. Last night, well, let me go back. My husband and I went to the gym last night and we did leg day. It went pretty well. I actually got the opportunity to help him a little bit with his squatting form. So he has some issues with decreased mobility in like his ankles, and I guess he's never had anyone like coach him at all with his form or anything. We have a large kind of like a bathroom mirror against the wall in our workout room at home. But I guess he's never like recorded himself or had somebody watch him squatting and helped him with his form. So I actually got the opportunity to give him some pointers, even though he's been lifting weights longer than I have and more frequently. We went through my whole routine. It was a good workout, and I think we are both kind of enjoying going to the gym together. I've never had a workout partner, and I don't think he ever has either, so that's cool. For dinner last night, I cooked up a bunch of 6-ounce burger patties on the grill. On the griddle, not the grill. I had 3 of them, and it was really good. It hit the spot. They were so good and salty, and the outside gets that crust and gets a little crumbly because it was freshly ground beef, so it's not all smashed together like when you get it packed into the casing. So that was good. And he was off work today and wanted to stay up late, and I like to go to bed when he goes to bed, so I ended up staying up really late last night, but then I still had to get up early today, Friday morning, to get my son ready for school. I was super tired, and today was supposed to be a fasting day, but with me being just tired and grumpy, I was kind of miserable. And I'm a big proponent of you shouldn't force yourself to follow any kind of specific eating plan. if you're miserable doing something, then alter it a little bit. A lot of people think that doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, or doing carnivore or doing keto is very restrictive and not sustainable for them, but it is for me. However, when I'm very tired and not feeling good, you know, you want to eat, you want to chow down anything. So we actually went out and I got something that was not beef, butter, bacon, and egg, but it was low carb. I got some buffalo wings with just plain original hot sauce on there. I don't know what the ingredients of the hot sauce are, but on their little calorie counter thing that they put on the menu, it's 0 calories. So it does, I don't think there's any added oils or sugars to it. If there is, it's less than 1 gram. So I did have hot wings today. I had 10. They were very good, but I'm not planning on eating anything for the rest of the day. I was just tired and hangry, and I wasn't going to continue to make myself miserable for what? My ego or what? You know. So that is my Friday. Oh yeah, a couple of hours after we had hot wings, we went to the gym and did our HIIT session on the rowing machine. So this was my husband's first time using a rowing machine, and I walked him through it. And has anybody else out here or who's watching this video, has anyone else ever used a rowing machine? I know the first couple of times I tried to use it, I kind of gave up. I probably wasn't doing it right, and it just felt very unnatural for me. And the same was true for him. He was saying that his back was feeling like it was getting strained, so I automatically knew that he wasn't doing something right. So I told him, you know, you're only supposed to bend at the hips, not at the waist area or the back area. So also he's much taller than me. He's like 9 inches taller than me. So I don't know if the body mechanics were just slightly different, but I think he was probably rounding his back. But we made it through. He's gonna work up to doing 30 minutes like I do. And I kept telling him over and over again, I was like, you don't have to row. They have just about every type of cardio machine you could want to try here, but I don't know, he's got a bit of an ego too, so he stayed on it. And then it was funny because I found a real kind of a similar situation on Instagram that was kind of funny, so I posted it on Facebook. Kind of called him out, but you know, I kind of felt the same way when I started rowing too, the very first time. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little update. I haven't been recording frequently since he's been home today because I still feel kind of weird recording with people around. So this is just my update from last night and today. For lunch, I had some pot roast that I cooked in the sous vide. I added some of the broth into it to make it a little soupy. It doesn't look like a lot of food here, but I had eaten half of it before I remembered to take a picture. For dinner this evening, my husband and I both were really wanting some Mexican food, so we got our fajita that has steak, chicken, shrimp, and chorizo in it, and I ate all of the steak and chorizo. So it is Sunday morning and I'm at the airport. I was excited to find out that this little regional airport has a bar and grill and they are serving breakfast because I was already starting to feel a little snacky. So they have a protein plate that is just eggs, bacon, and sausage. So let's see how that turned out. Well, I did ask for over medium eggs, but that is what $14 will get you at the airport. Fortunately, my new job is going to be paying for it. So I'm going to eat breakfast and then hopefully it'll be close to time to get on the plane. Is the first meal that I had in North Carolina from a place called Town Hall Burger and Fries, I think. It's basically just a bunless bacon burger, and I did have some of their Chipotle mayo, I think it was, on the side. Next week, I will show you how my trip to North Carolina for work went. I did all of my workouts at the hotel. I had to eat out for every meal, and I will show you how well I stayed on plan while I was traveling for work.
How I try to sleep, but you're deep in my mind.